Thank you. Just a few comments, folks, about what we're doing here today. How many people, I'm just kind of curious, a show of hands, how many people are familiar with the term GoldStar family? Everybody? Not everybody. I wasn't completely either, folks, and I feel a little bit bad about that. I actually had to do some research over the last couple days here to get myself educated. Folks, the GoldStar terminology refers to families who have lost a family member or loved one in the service of their country's defense. Today we're fortunate to have a family with us that unfortunately is just in exactly that situation. So I want to talk a little bit about that family member right now. If you look closely, we're going to be flying our colors here in a few minutes. You're going to see JC flying with a canopy on his helicopter that has the image of Hospital Corpsman First Class Chadwick Kenyon. Chad was probably 15 years old, somewhere in there, when the events of September 11th, 2001 took place. He came from a family of military service. He felt a strong compulsion to do his part. So in 2004, right out of high school, Chad enlisted in the U.S. Navy as a hospital corpsman. He went to school, became a corpsman, and later on went to combat medic so that he could go out into the field and take care of the Marines. What a lot of times you'll hear a hospital corpsman refer to my Marines. And that's what he was doing in 2006. Now there's some story that leads up to what actually took place. On July 29th, an IED exploded, and Chad was the hospital corpsman on duty. He took care of a number of Marines and other individuals in the field that day. Unfortunately, several of them did die, but he did save the lives of some as well. He was lauded for his efforts that day, as we would expect. 3 days later, on August 2nd, Chad was injured in another incident. And he was okay. The military said, you know what, your tour is up in September. Why don't you go ahead and head back stateside? He said, no, I'm going to stick around and take care of my Marines. And that's exactly what he did. Unfortunately, a few weeks later, on August 20th, is that date correct? He was fatally wounded in an explosive attack. And he was a real tribute to service. His family is here today. His mother, Charmaine, her husband, Gary, and her friend Lynette. Their loss can't be compensated with words or any compensation. It's been 12 years since Chad left us, but we're here today to remember him. And that's the best, I think, that we as fellow Americans can do, is remember those who fought, served, and in many cases, never returned. We want their families to know that their efforts are not forgotten. I could go on all day, but I think I'm just going to turn it over to Megan here and let you guys pay tribute to Hospital Corpsman, First Class, Chadwick Kenyon. Folks, we're inviting the junior ROTC members to stick around as much as they can today. I don't know what we have for buddy boxes, but this hobby that we love, please feel free to thank these guys for their service today and welcome them into our group, as well as Hospital Corpsman First Class Chadwick's family, friends, and his, especially his mother, Charmaine.
I just want to thank everybody. I just want to thank everybody, especially Terry and Graham, Steve, and everybody else involved in this. It means the world to me, and it's just so important to always, you know, keep our veterans and fallen in our hearts, because, you know, once they're forgotten, that's terrible. And I want to wish everybody a very happy Veterans Day for all who have served or are serving or intend to serve. And I always say, if Chad's song is to continue, we must keep on singing. And this is what you are all doing for me today. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for this wonderful honor. And I'll never forget this day. Thank you.
God bless you.
Folks, representing the canopy that Terry Robinette had made up with Petty Officer Kenyon's image on it, as well as the United States flag that was flown here today.
Ma'am, on behalf of the grateful nation, please accept this flag as an appreciation of your son's honorable and faithful service.
And for those that don't know, this happened largely as a result of Terry Robinette's getting this thing going a couple years ago, and his passion for our troops. Terry is what we know as a Blue Star parent. He has 2 service members, children of his serving in the U.S. military. So a lot of us are in that same situation, and thank you so much, Terry.